Alright guys, I'm back. It's Browne. Merry Christmas. Because it's Christmas, I'm going to do a double whammy. So I'm going to get a guitar tone with the new Revv G3 pedal. Well, it's not new anymore. And I'm also going to try getting a bass tone out of the Darkglass Microtubes 900. As I don't have a bass cab here, I'm going to be using the Box of Doom for the bass tone. I have a HESU Phoenix 10-inch speaker in there. And for the Revv G3 for the guitar tone, I'm going to go directly into the Synergy Amps power amp, the SYN 5050, into a MOISE 4x12 cab that is just behind me, right here. First things first, I'm going to record a DI for both bass and guitar. And then move mics around until I've got a tone I'm happy with, and then let's go from there. Alright, I'm just going to get a playback sound, so let's give the power amp a turn on. Oh wow, first things first is that it's exceptionally noisy. So let's go ahead and just put a gate in there, just because that's not going to do. Use the trusty FORTIN ZUUL. Let's see if that's made a difference. Much better. Just goes to show, let's turn the gate off. Ooh. Need that much. To begin with, get a playback sound, you know. Turn my power amp controls, got a presence here. Let's try turning that up a little bit more depth. Yeah, for a playback tone, that's going to be alright. So let's just get on with getting a DI. Let's get 2 riffs worth of guitar. Just some chords. Just so I can play it back, basically. And get a good mic position like I did last time on the newer mic video. So let's just go ahead, just give me a click. Turn it up a little bit. Alright, so there's my DI signal. Alright, so now I've recorded my DI, so now I'm going to try reamming it through the Revv G3 pedal with the power amp into the MOISE cab, so it's got a few things to set up. First things first, I need to plug in my reamp box. This one I'm just going to go with a trusty 57. Can't really go wrong then. Simple, easy, dropped, broken. Like normally what you do with cabs is you go through each of the 4 speakers and decide which one you think sounds better for recording. I've already done that with this MOISE and I know that it's the bottom left speaker. Well, at the time, maybe I should do it again soon, that was quite a little while ago. So MR57 on a stand. I'm going to get my in-ear monitors in so I can hear the sweet spot again, like we did last time. I've already got a cable set up going into my 1073 preamp. Sorry if you get my crotch in the camera. Alright, set up. Fully set up. That was quick and easy. Let's just double check to make sure that the signal's running through for the DI. That seems to work, so that's good. Alright, let's move on to getting a sound out of the mic. Unfortunately, the camera audio failed on the first attempt at doing this, so I'm going to do it again, just so you guys can see. Even if we don't get a mic position that's as good, it might be better, but let's just go through it anyway. So, obviously I've got my trusty Ryan's custom in-ear molds in my ears, and it's going to isolate the sound so I can hear what it sounds like through headphones to a point where it's pleasing on my ear. I used these in-ears for 6 whole weeks on the last European tour every single day for over an hour, so I know these headphones very, very well at this point. I'm just going to move the mic around. That was the position that I got with the last one that failed. Hopefully I can get a better sound this time. And yeah, we're just gonna go from there basically. So I'm going to press play, move the mic around. Sounds pretty good to my ears. It's a little bit harsh on the top end, but I've accounted for that because I've got quite a lot of treble boosted on the pedal. So now I've got my rhythm sound. I've obviously got a couple of lead parts in here. Don't want to change anything too much, too drastically, but I do want to add a little bit of delay to the front of the signal, so I'm going to add in this. It's an ENGL custom pedal series delay. So there we have our lead sound, maybe a little bit more repeats, so it doesn't cut off quickly. Alright, so that's our lead sound done. I'm going to get set up for the bass tracks now. So I'm going to use the Darkglass that's just here. I'm going to put it into the box of Dawn. First things first, I need to swap the speaker over because it's got a guitar speaker in there. So I'm just going to take that out. Try not to move the cab in the process. In fact, I'm going to move this over just a tiny little bit. Make sure we don't move our cab. So this was in there before. It's Celestion Lead 80. It's the last speaker that I used. This thing is absolutely great. It's so easy to change speakers. You can have different size speakers. You can get it so it has two 2x12s in it, which is the XL version. The only thing that it's really missing for me right now is a place to stack all of these baffles. I don't have anywhere. I guess I'll probably just make like a little rack system or something to put in here. I've got what, like 5 speakers. So this one is HESU Amps Phoenix bass speaker, 10-inch. Quite high power wattage from what I remember. Don't know if it's going to be 900 watts. Let's hope we don't blow it with the Microtubes, but I'm sure it'll be alright. Won't be astronomically loud for a very long time, so we should be good. I don't have a speaker in. Sorry, I don't have a microphone in here yet. So you know what? I said I wanted to use the newer mic on bass. I wanted to try it. So why not? Why don't we just throw that in? So we're doing exactly the same as what I did for guitar, and that is I'm going to grab a DI of the bass. Now I'm just going to use the DI, so let's turn that up. And get a bass sound that I'm happy with. So let's go to the DI channel for the bass, which is right there. It's got the DI, and let's just go. That was quite fucking loud. Ah! There's a bass DI in it. So let's run that through the amp. Let's see where we're at. See if I can get a good tone out of the box of Doom and direct from the amp. I've already got my reamp box set up, so it's just a case of moving one cable. So I've got a tone I'm fairly happy with through the mic. So let's mute that and open up what it sounds like through directly through the amp itself, through the direct out. Well, that sounds really quite sick when they're both together. Like the one that's direct, not the mic on the box of Doom sound. It's got a solid bottom end. Very useful. And then when we have the mic in, it adds in this top end. Pretty happy with that, so that's going to record very well. now we come to my conclusion. What do I think of the Revv G3 pedal, the Darkglass Microtubes 900? So let's start with the Revv. So about 3 months ago, 2-3 months ago, at the Guitar Summit, I got to try their Generator 120 head, which was phenomenal. Absolutely incredible sounding amplifier. And while the G3 pedal definitely has the essence of what I remember about that amp, it's definitely not the same thing. Not to say that it sounds bad, it's a great sounding pedal. And the way that an amp interacts from its preamp to its power amp is purposely made to be at its best. And that's one of those things that you're just never going to be able to recreate just because of the difference in power amp. Even just the cable going from your pedal to the power amp is never, you know, even just the length of that is going to change how it sounds. So, great pedal. Again, nothing like the amp. I really want the amp. But the pedal sounded great, especially using it the way that I did, which was as a preamp. It's a little bit noisy, so I had to put a noise gate in, but you're going to get that with a lot of high gain pedals. So, you know, as long as you got a noise gate, you'll be pretty happy. The sound was tight, it was full, and it's pretty much everything you want from a guitar sound. So thumbs up to the Revv. Next up, we will take the Darkglass Microtubes 900 head. Now, previously in the past, I've never really been the biggest fan of the B7K pedal that they do. And I think mainly it was because I heard that bass tone just on absolutely everything. But the head sounds great. I actually used the B3K model in the amp. I guess that's just for preference, it sounded tighter to me. Managed to capture it pretty well with the Box of Doom, and that blended with the direct signal was just amazing, which is a perfect rig, you know, for live. Don't have any cabs on stage, direct sound, and it sounded really full and very, very bass-like. Obviously, I'm not a bass player, but I like to think that I can get a decent sound out of a bass. I know what I want, and it has that piano kind of top end to the sound, which I'm looking for. Again, as I said previously, I'm not the biggest fan of the B7K, although I think that this might sway me to like it a lot more than I did, just because it worked. Bottom end was tight, top end was lovely, mids were very pronounced. It's got that honk, you know, that bass honk that you really, really want. So all in all, both products are a thumbs up from me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the riffs, and I wish you a very happy new year. And I hope that 2019 brings everything that you want.